Bitcoin is breaking to new all-time highs, and while this is happening, retail interest is still close to an all-time low here. And I believe there's going to be a massive breakout happening any moment right now here. So on today's update video, I'm going to be discussing the imminent short term, what I think is going to be happening next for Bitcoin. I'm going to be discussing the most important charts and patterns, which are telling us everything we need to know about this exact market situation right now here. So with that being said, don't forget to once again watch this video till the end. Slap up that like button back above 1,000 likes. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So first of all, Bitcoin is, basically slightly consolidating upwards ever since we broke the all-time high. And we're just hitting new all-time high after all-time high. And we're just seeing an ever so slight consolidation. And if I'm looking at this consolidation right now here, we're clearly seeing an upward sloping support line right here, an upward sloping resistance line as well. And it looks to be that we're actually creating somewhat of a rising wedge pattern. And while in fact a rising wedge pattern is a bearish bias pattern, I still think we could see the continuation, of course, go further. But actually, if we're also looking at the momentum, there is definitely a scenario where Bitcoin is going to be seeing a slight little correction here before potentially once again going much higher. And a correction on such a major move we have created towards the upside is actually a very normal thing to see here. So if we do see a correction, it is actually only going to be allowing you to have a better entry or take a very good trade here. So that is what I will be looking at. If Bitcoin is going to be correcting, I'm going to be starting to look at my entries. And the levels where I am personally very interested on is definitely this level right here, the 74.8K to 74.6K level. And of course, if we go beyond that level, and if we of course go beyond that level, I think that 72.2K is going to be a very interesting level for Bitcoin, where we're most likely going to be seeing a big bounce from in the market. So also this weekend, we're of course once again creating another CME gap. This time around, the gap is getting created around $76,500, the highest CME gap ever created, of course. And the expectation is that Bitcoin is going to be hovering around this price till the end of the week. Of course, yesterday as well, we saw more than $200 million coming in on the spot Bitcoin ETF here, and basically Backroll bought $206 million. And guys, to put everything in perspective, the ETF on Bitcoin is so successful. The first year on the ETF, guys, we're outperforming gold already massively on their first year as well. So there are more than $25 billion worth of cumulative flows coming in towards the spot Bitcoin ETF so far here. And guys, like you can see, the spot Bitcoin ETF is going quite exponential. And in the upcoming bull run, these institutions are going to have the first real opportunity to actually FOMO into Bitcoin. And that is also what we're seeing right now here. We're not seeing any FOMO from retail investors. No, retail interest on Bitcoin is actually right now sitting at an all-time low here. And what we're seeing right now is basically these larger institutional investors that are really scooping up those Bitcoins. Because like we know, 2 days ago, we had an inflow worth an approximately $1.1 billion by BlackRock already all alone here. So we're seeing massive buys coming in towards the market. And I'm only expecting this is going to get bigger as the hype and the market is going to be increasing further towards the upside. We're also still creating this broadening wedge pattern. And basically what we're looking at is this major resistance here on the top side. And I think that whenever we're going to be breaking above it, that is the point where we're going to be seeing that next major turn on towards the upside. Also right here, you can see on the daily time frame, we are still trading above this major level of previous resistance. And like I said earlier in the video, if we're going to be coming back towards this level, it's only going to be providing us a very great opportunity to actually accumulate more Bitcoin around this region. Further on, we can currently see here that Bitcoin, of course, on that 2-day time frame is clearly creating a major bull flag pattern here. And this bull flag pattern has already broken out here, just like we did earlier in 2023 here. And I've been predicting this bull flag breakout for a very long time right now here. And now I'm going to be predicting that just like over here, and this didn't happen overnight, this move towards the upside. And this move will also not happen overnight, but I'm expecting that Bitcoin is going to be hitting a level of $120,000 before it most likely will once again slow down here and consolidate, of course, in that next pattern. So this is my expectation, what is likely is going to be happening for Bitcoin. I mean, we've seen it happen before here, and it is very likely for this to play out right now, since right now all the data is coming back towards the fact that we are in the middle of the 4-year cycle, and the most exponential gains are likely to come at this period in the market. We're just had the US election, and also usually after this phase here, we tend to see the Bitcoin price going the most exponential after. And you can see it over here on these charts. All the data is pointing towards the fact that Bitcoin is just about to be pushing much higher, and you can see it over here as well. And more importantly, guys, we are right now once again entering price discovery, and everything is still on track here. And what is actually quite interesting to see here is that usually Q4 is the period where Bitcoin and the bull market tends to kick off here, and then in 2025 or in 2021 on the last cycle, we had that exponential run towards the upside. So let's see how this time is going to be playing out once again here. So you can see also right here, in every single time in November, we tend to see the Kickstarter of the bull run. And yes, that is exactly where we're currently sitting in. November is performing extraordinary so far. And Bitcoin, if you're going to be comparing it anything to gold, guys, is looking also very similar. And the gold breakout was massive, of course, like we know. And this is, of course, also the fave which Bitcoin is going to be going after right now here. And if you want to be trading Bitcoin or anticipating any altcoins, guys, you can right now trade on Blofin. And if you right now sign up an account using that link below, guys, you will be able to get a $10,000 deposit bonus. And more importantly, guys, Blofin is an exchange where you do not need to require KYC. So you can trade without any KYC on the Blofin exchange. If it sounds interesting for you, don't forget to check it out in the link description of today's video. Also, if you create some volume, guys, if you already make $1 million in volume, which is actually quite easy to get, you're going to get AirPods. And if you make up to $100 million in volume, guys, you will be able to get a free Rolex. So if you're interested in any of these bonuses, make sure to check it out in the link description of today's video. Further on, we can currently see that Bitcoin, of course, is breaking above that all-time high, is going actually in a quite fast fashion as well here. And basically what we're seeing here on the daily time frame is that Bitcoin is going exponential right now here, and I believe this exponential rally is likely to still continue until we're breaking the exponential structure. We've broken the most important downtrends. We're bouncing from the most important levels of support. The Bitcoin weekly MACD has also flipped bullish again here, indicating more weekly strength for Bitcoin right now here. And of course, if we're looking at the fact when the altcoin season is likely to happen next year, guys, that is about to be happening any moment right now here. So altcoin season is likely imminent, guys. We're like only 20 to 30 days out before that's going to be happening. And whenever altcoin season is going to be happening, guys, the gains will be insane. It will be massive. Bitcoin is set to have a major rally right now towards the upside. We're breaking all the most important resistance lines on the bigger perspective. So guys, this was it for me on today's update video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to slam that like button on today's update video. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.